Hello, hello, beautiful cosmic souls. I am Courtney. I am a cosmic channel, divine alchemist, quantum healer, self-mastery mentor, and ultimately I'm a catalyst of your limitless self, who is always here with you, and I am here to connect you in whatever way I can to hearing, feeling, and really knowing the divinity that lives within and all around you. So I'm here live today for many reasons. The first being that I need to congratulate you and all of us because we have officially made it through Venus's journey in retrograde through Leo. Now, it doesn't mean that this Leo or Venus in Leo transit is over. This we're now in the retro shade, as a lot of us refer to it as, after retrograde. There's this now shadow stage that comes up. Now, the shadow that comes up after any transit through retrograde, any planet transits through any sign in retrograde, that the shadow period is really always, in my opinion, the most powerful time for us to be aligned, for us to be conscious and aware, because we are now in a whole new state, in a whole new place within our energetic being. So I'm here today to do some cosmic alchemy to help you kind of connect and reflect and feel into where you are now so that you can use all of the energetic awakenings, activations, upgrades that have just been happening for you to your advantage. Now, these things are always happening, right? We are cosmic beings and we are cosmically connected to whatever is happening out there with the moon and the stars and the sun and all of the things. But we need to work with the magic. The magic is always shifting and playing with us in the now, with our state as we are. So when we live embodied and aligned, allowing whatever feels divine, whatever feels true and right for us to illuminate and integrate into the way we live, that is how we use the power of the cosmos. And what I see and what I have spent a while now really transitioning out of and healing out of is any kind of beliefs that in any way I didn't have them, I never have, but I really had to go deep into the shadow of my fear around speaking about the way that I see astrology, that I see the cosmos and the way that they play with us, because I really started channeling the cosmos and helping people see and feel and connect to their cosmic body before I even knew I had the ability. And so my humanness has had to really learn. And where I find, for me personally, now that doesn't mean, so let me backtrack a little bit. Anyone out there who's an astrologist, a human design reader, in any way does any kind of quantum healing, light work, anything like that, every single one of us, just like every single human, has their own purpose, their own way, right? We all have our own path. And mine simply is not to know exactly the degrees that the planets are in. I feel it. I feel the energy, and it channels through me, and I speak and guide and gift you with the ability to connect to whatever it's connecting or activating within you. Okay? So just stay with me for a second because I'm going somewhere with this. But what happens a lot of the time is that when you just hear these things, in mainstream social media, whatever, about Mercury. We'll take, for instance, Mercury retrograde, which we are in right now, which is, has this shadow of that all the communication in our lives is going to start to be disrupted and things are going to fall apart. And it's very much been viewed for a lot of people, until you really know the magic of it, as a negative time. But these periods, especially retrograde transits, are the most powerful because they are times for us to truly wake up and connect to ourselves and see where we're at now, reflect, recalibrate, and take the responsibility for our own existence, for our own reality. Or we can blame the cosmos, right? The moon does make us do a lot of things, but we can do it unconsciously or consciously. And I'm here to help you do it consciously for you now. We spend 88%, or I think it's like 88 to 95% of our time in our subconscious minds, with our subconscious minds just acting on what was programmed into it when we were 0 to 8 years old. And then from 8 till now, we've conditioned and created a lot of beliefs and ways of being and patterns and habits that all then go into these automatic ways of being that a lot of us exist in most of the time. 88 to 95% of your day is spent in this subconscious way where we aren't truly choosing based in what is best for us now. And so ultimately, again, what I'm here for is to bring your subconscious to your consciousness, because in that subconscious also lives all of the magic and the innate ways of being that your soul came here to be. All of these gifts, all of the light. And when we activate in our present reality, right? Like when we are conscious, when we're here, when we're in the now, and we feel and we breathe and we're here and we listen to ourselves, we are activating our highest self. Anytime that you are here now, choosing, living, feeling, being in your own presence, you are in the embodiment of your highest. And that highest is in a direct connection to the divine. So therefore, we are divinely aligned in this moment. But then we have to be willing to take the divinely aligned action. We have to choose to listen and to feel and to use the magic that's at play now, right? So whether that's a person in front of you that you're having conflict with, or a cosmic activation that is creating feelings in you that you don't know why they're there. Any moment that you are present, and the more moments you're present, you gain the ability to be consciously responsible for your reality. And that to me is what living aligned is, what enlightenment is, what we're truly here for is to live consciously and to constantly be elevating our consciousness through our existence. It is always meant to be expanding and elevating. But again, we spend a lot of time with that, subconscious part of ourself just wanting us to stay in the known. It wants us to stay in the known because that's what feels safe, because that's what we know. So when we try to go into the unknown, or we want to make choices or decisions or do certain things in our lives that we don't really know the outcome or that we haven't done before, we freak out and we go into that, flight, fight, or freeze state, which so many humans are living in. But when we're willing, and those of us that are brave enough to go beyond those points of that freak out, where we go into fight, flight, or freeze, and instead we flow. Instead, we move with the good energy. We feel the embodiment of ourselves in the now, and we follow what feels like the next divinely aligned action. And so when we do that, yes, the cosmos that are always at play, we can consciously then work with them. And the more that we, have an idea of what's going on out there, it can give us more clarity as to what's happening within us. So to give a little tiny breakdown of cosmically, I'm just going to try and talk to Venus today in this live. Is that Venus, this we had the pre-shadow of Venus retrograde starting on June 12th, June 19th, I think. And then on July 22nd, we started this Venus in retrograde in Leo that is ending as I am speaking right now. And now we are shifting into the retroshade. We are shifting into this time after the retrograde, and now Venus is back stationed direct in Leo still until October 7th. So from now, today, what is the date? It is September 3rd until October 7th, so another month. We are in this state now where we are in a new way of being within our Venus codes, within our feminine energy that has just, and within our relationships, within our views around our sensuality, with our views around our beauty, with our views around the beauty of the world. This retrograde, this time in Leo, was really here to show us and awaken us to, and make it very clear in our lives through maybe some complications as to what relationships within your life are not working, right? What relationships within yourself, with other people, with anything, with food, with work, with your beliefs around anything, your relationship to anything, because it is all relationship, right? So many of us have these very codependent relationships on things. We have them with people too, but we can have them with animals, we can have them with certain um, beliefs and patterns that we have, and these relationships form within us these beliefs and ways of being that are creating our reality. And especially when we go to what Venus is activating within us, it's a lot around the our worth in trusting and flowing and being in our feminine energy, being in the divine alignment, to allow ourselves to just move with where light and life is taking us. And whenever we allow ourselves times like this to listen to YouTube to videos like this, to go in, to connect, to activate, to meditate, to feel ourselves, when we allow ourselves to do that, we are illuminating. We are illuminating our truth in the now. And when we illuminate our truth, we elevate our consciousness. And from when we elevate our consciousness, our frequency, our energy, our vibration rises. And that is how we all are here to be. That is the journey that our soul chose to come on, especially if in any way this is resonating with you. So the more else to just trust and flow, the better. But we need to have a deep, intimate understanding of what that even means for us. And so that's what this last, you know, few months of this Venus retrograde has been really trying to show you. So I want you right now to just take a moment. If you're live, you're going to have to keep rolling with me. But if you're watching the replay, pause if you need to. If you're watching the live and you want to like mute me and go in for a minute and just really reflect, where I'm going to be doing a activation meditation to really take you in and have you reflect and transcend and ascend. So don't worry, we will get there. But right now, just really think on, since, mid to end of July to now, what has been made very clear for you as to what is working, what isn't working within your relationships, within your life? What has been easy and effortless? What new things, new activations, new connections have come through that have been easy for you, that have been effortless, that have expanded you? And then what in your life has done the opposite? What has felt challenging, contracting? What has felt like it's getting in the way of you being in alignment? The pre-shadow of this Venus retrograde, so right before, from June to July, like June 19th to July 22nd, um, was a much harder time than this is going to be. So there was really, if you reflect back to then, there was a lot of illumination happening around what really was challenging in your life. There was a lot of things breaking down, breaking up, breaking through in that time. And then we entered into this retrograde state where then it was a lot about illumination and awakenings and activations, and the amount that you were in the present and you are working with the magic is going to become very clear to you now as we go into this retroshade stage, where now you get to choose consciously what is working for you. So, from everything that has been illuminated, it is time now over this next month for you to consciously choose what are the priorities in your life. What are the um what's the word I'm looking for? Values. Like, what do you truly value within your relationship with the planet, with yourself, with others, with everything? Like, what within your life from this state of you now, today, in the current moment, and every moment after through this month, the more that you can really be embodied and choosing based in what serves you now, really becoming clear on what your priorities are, what your beliefs are, what you want your reality to be. Our thoughts create our beliefs create our actions, and our actions create our reality. So we can live as much as we want to in this, subconscious state of just playing on the old programming and doing what's always worked for us, even though when we are really truly present, we see that it's not, which is why most people avoid being present. We can keep doing that. We'll make it through. There'll be highs and lows. But if you truly want to expand and elevate and move into the next version of you that is right here in the now, it's time for you to take even more responsibility than you've taken before and consciously choose your life for you. We need to stop giving our power away. We need to stop letting even our old selves choose our current reality. I guarantee you that you want different things in your life right now than you did 10 years ago, right? Things have changed and shifted within and all around you. And the more that you allow yourself to live and let the light lead, let the divine lead, let God lead, let the universe show you and reveal to you just how good it gets to be. We are all here to live and evolve and expand from joy, from bliss, from happiness, from living and experiencing and expressing all that we are. We're here on a journey of experiencing this human life, of evolving and expanding through it, and through that, expressing the light that only we can be. You are here to be a conscious creator of a reality that is going to impact and influence others. Every single one of us is. But we can do that unconsciously, or we can do it consciously. And we can choose and see and feel the legacy that we're living. But it happens through the present moment. Okay, so to go back a little bit into this Venus activation before we go into our meditation today, I'm going to bring through. There's something really important happening tomorrow, which is that Jupiter is going into retrograde, and it's going to into retrograde in Taurus. And Jupiter is a planet of expansion, of abundance, of oh my goodness, words are of wisdom, of wealth, of prosperity, and being in Taurus, which is also all about abundance and really truly rooting and grounding and creating a foundational, safe state of being where we feel that we truly are supported. And this Jupiter retrograde in Taurus activation is going to be super powerful. So for anyone that is in Club Cosmic VIP. I have a very special Cosmic Alchemy class coming tomorrow for us all. But for those of you here that aren't in there, you can join. There's a link below. But if not, just know that the more that you write now, just take responsibility. Be as conscious as you can and do whatever comes to you, whatever calls to you, whatever is inspiring you to go in, right? So that might be a yoga class, that might be a meditation, it might be a certain course, it might be a human design reading, who knows? It may be a book, It's most likely whatever is going to start to come through this next month that is going to take you more into your magnetism is going to be things that activate you in whole new ways, things that intrigue and excite you. And when you allow yourself to follow the flow of that, to follow that clear knowing in the moment, you are going to live in awe of just how guided you are. Allow yourself to trust in yourself. You know that you will be able to get through whatever you need to get through. You always have. You're here right now. But now, again, as I keep saying, is a time to enjoy. It's time to wake up and allow yourself to enjoy all that you are, all that you have, and all that is coming. And if you want anything to be different or better than it has been before, then you have to do different and better than you have before for you, for you, right? A lot of the time we ask and wish and want for these things to happen in our lives, but we don't want to change. We don't want to change the way that we are. We don't want to follow the divinely aligned guidance because we aren't sure what it's going to bring. We aren't sure what it's going to disrupt. I guarantee you, anything that happens through you choosing you, any disruption that happens is all for you and everyone else involved, but someone has to be the one willing to take responsibility. So, because we are still going to be in this heightened state of a lot of focus around our relationships, I encourage you to be as empowered as you can in knowing that you in the present moment, in your presence, is the power. So, when you are there, when you are relating in relationship to anything or anyone, instead of feeling like you need to figure anything out or stress or pressure or push anything into being anything, start to give yourself permission to just soften the walls, to soften the expectations, to soften the control, right? To just allow all of the hardness to soften so that you can let what needs to come through, and that means what needs to come into you and what needs to come out of you. When we spend so much time in these energies of control, of expectation, of having desired outcomes, there's so much rigidity, and makes it really hard for the energy that is trying to either leave us or enter us to make its way through, right? So, as much as we may be having these walls or boundaries up to protect ourselves from what we don't want, all that we end up doing is really trapping what we don't want within us and blocking what we do want from coming through. We need to soften, we need to surrender, we need to let go and trust ourselves that we have the ability to be sovereign beings and in the moment choose what is welcome within us. And when we are here and we are feeling and breathing and being and seeing what is coming up within us and illuminating what isn't true for us, what doesn't feel right in our body, we we can allow it to leave. But when we're avoiding and numbing and holding it down, it stays stuck. And the same thing happens for what we want to receive. If we're spending all our time not wanting to go in and not wanting to feel and just holding on to these lower density energies, we aren't creating space for what we want to come in. And we are also closing off to it because we're just spending so much time contracted. We need to open, we need to expand, we need to elevate beyond these lower densities. And it's easy. It's literally your presence. Your presence is your power in the moment. It's feeling and breathing and being and allowing whatever needs to come up and out to come up and out to create space for whatever needs to come in. Source is always, always here to gift you, reward you with what you want, with what you need, but you need to be willing to receive. And again, to be in receiving state, that is our feminine state. It is our feminine energy. We need to be in flow. We need to be present. We need to be receiving the guidance, the opportunities, the gifts, the rewards, whatever it is, the love, the love. It's all love. It's all about love. But we can't give and receive love properly when we're living so contracted and rigid and in fear of what's going to happen, instead of just feeling what is happening and being honest and open with ourselves in that moment of what is welcome and what is not. And when we allow ourselves to move out of fear and clear through doing what we need to do, maybe it's going for a run to clear that energy, maybe it's sitting and meditating, maybe it's having a conscious conversation with someone, you will know in that now moment. And when you clear that, when you activate and awaken the fact that you are not those lower densities, you create space for more love, more light, more joy. The illumination of anything and everything will heal it. But we need to, again, be willing to activate and elevate the truth within us so that we can move it out of that subconscious state into our consciousness, and we can reprogram, rewire that subconscious mind to living, being, receiving in a place, in a space that feels right for us now, so that we truly can live divinely aligned, taking that one next right step at a time, because we know ourselves, because we trust ourselves, and then it becomes innate. Right? We want our innate state, our innate way of being, the way that we just are, to be from a place of our true existence, not the existence, the roles that we are based in how our 8 to 14-year-old self navigated everything that was programmed in us from 0 to 8 and made these choices about the person we're here to be, and then those played into the choices we made for however long, which then conditioned all of these beliefs and ways of being within us, right? It's time to take responsibility, to stop giving the responsibility for your reality to your inner child, and to, however you view it, reprogram, rewire, reparent yourself. I see it as just fucking presence, being here now, choosing what's best for you. And everything will happen. Highs, lows, awakenings, breakups, makeups, new opportunities, loss of other opportunities. It's all just energy. It is all just energy, and everything is available to you in any moment, but your level of consciousness is going to dictate your reality. So let's go into channeling. So in case you're new to me, I'm going to encourage you to close your eyes if you can. If you can't, that's fine. Just do your best to really be present and to breathe, and allow whatever comes through to come through, and what resonates for you. Feel that, soften and surrender right now into receiving whatever you need to hear, to feel. It can be one simple word that can activate something in you that takes you on a journey of a lifetime, right? We never know. It can mean that you then look up a word and then it brings up an article, and then that brings up, who knows? Like, we just don't know. And when we stop trying to control, when we stop trying to manipulate and dictate and have these expectations of desired outcomes, we open up an, a limitless amount of space for miracles, for magic. Because when we step out of the way, when we stop trying to control, we get to see how it really is truly so much better than we can ever imagine or comprehend. So, again, I encourage you to find space to sit, to receive, to ideally close your eyes and just go in and receive what you need through this transmission. Placing your hands anywhere on your heart that feels good for you. I like to, or anywhere on your body. Maybe actually, apparently we need to place a hand on our heart, at least one. I like to place my left hand on my heart and my right hand on my belly, just really truly consciously connecting to my heart and my soul, knowing that that is what I want to really speak to me through this today. Closing your eyes if you can, relaxing your shoulders, feeling a long line from your sit bone through the crown of your head, focusing inward on your breath. Feeling your breath moving in and out of your body. Just feeling the rise and fall of your chest and your belly now as you fully inhale into your belly and fully exhale on the release. On the inhales, breathing in through your nose. On the exhales, releasing through your mouth. Just feeling your breath moving through your being. As you do, noticing how you feel. Allowing your presence to reveal whatever is here right now. What are you feeling here and now, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, energetically? Just bringing all layers of your being here, feeling it all, still continuing for 3 full rounds of breath to just breathe and be and feel and allow yourself to surrender to all that is here. Allowing the inhales to really bring you conscious, connected, present with your power. Allowing the exhales to release, to clear and cleanse whatever is blocking, stopping, distracting you from your innate, sacred truth. Whenever you've completed those rounds of breath, you can just allow your breath to be however feels best for you. Maybe allowing your hands to just rest in your lap, palms up, fingers relaxed. And just allowing yourself to surrender to the fact that you have everything you need within you. You are whole. You are exactly where you need to be, right here, right now, with everything that you need within. Everything that has been before this moment has all been for you. Everything that happens after this moment is all for you. Right here, right now, feeling, being, knowing that you are your highest and best. You are in your vortex. You are the vortex. Everything is always manifesting and magnetizing towards you based in your frequency, your vibration, your awareness. And now it is time for you to take more conscious, empowered responsibility for your reality. It is time to stop giving your power away in any way to anyone or anything having any more knowing, power, strength over your life. You are the only one that knows your way. And all you have to do to figure it out is to feel it out, is to live in the now, following the good energy, following where aligning with your truth divinely leads you through what feels right for you. You have just gone through, whether you've been conscious of it or not, an upgrade through all of your ways of being, all of the levels and layers that are your existence have all just elevated and upgraded in many ways. And what has been being shown to you is where you are stopping and blocking the love and the light from coming through. Anywhere that has been falling apart, that has been challenged, that has been making you feel in any way like you don't know, is simply not for you anymore, because you do know. So where you feel lost, where you feel confused, where things feel hard or heavy, stuck, the energy has left for a reason. That's not to say in some ways it might not come back, but right now it is not there. And the more that you're aware of what is easy, what is effortless, what is flowing to and through you, everything that isn't currently working for you will work out exactly as it's meant to. The energy isn't there for a reason. Go where the energy is. And that energy will overflow and create clarity and power and miracles around whatever in your life is not working. Now, that may come through things simply working out, simply just dissipating and not being important anymore, or coming to fruition in a way you could have never imagined. But you forcing and fixing and trying to change and make things happen in any way is not where your consciousness is meant to be. It is not where your energy is meant to be. You're not here to create a reality where you struggle and suffer, where you settle for less than what is best for you. And the more that you can see and feel and live this now, through this next month, where you can truly be in deep into relationship with yourself, where you can put your self-love above everything else, the more that you can do that now from this heightened state that you are in, the magic and miracles that will come from that will blow your mind. You are here to live in awe, to have and receive everything you need, to live an incredible life. And the only one stopping that from happening is you. There is always a higher perspective. And now that we are out of this kind of foggy state, within each individual and the collective, the clarity, the illuminations are going to be clear. Allow the presence of your power to illuminate the truth. Bringing your awareness now to your heart. As you focus on your heart, feel your breath. Feel your breath moving in and out of your body. Focusing on your heart, feeling your heart. Maybe hearing your heart. It is time to devote to your heart, to your soul. Your heart will always follow the energy. But if you are spending your time, your consciousness, your reality, closing your heart, avoiding your heart, protecting your heart, it makes it really hard to hear the truth. It's time now for your heart to expand in a whole new way, for you to illuminate the dreams, the desires, the love, and the light that are held here. As you focus on your heart, seeing in the center of your heart a little flicker of light. Seeing as you focus on this flicker of light, it starts to expand. Feeling it expanding through your whole heart. Feeling it expand with every inhale and every exhale. Feeling its power. Starting to feel this light expand beyond your heart, moving through your whole being, activating and awakening within you more of your sacred truth, living in the light codes that only you hold. Feeling as all of the light within you is illuminating, is awakening, is activating your true power, your true magic. And just feeling the light moving through. Bringing your awareness now, your inner gaze to your third eye, to the space between your brows. As you do, seeing in the distance, through your third eye, a bright light in the distance. As you focus on this light, seeing this light spinning. As you focus more and more on this light, starting to feel yourself being drawn towards the light. Feeling yourself moving towards the light. Maybe floating, running, leaping, jumping, flying, moving towards this light with excitement, knowing that this light is a portal to activate and awaken and transcend beyond the limitations, stopping you from ascending into all that you are here to be right now. As you enter this light, feeling yourself moving through it, through this portal of light, clearing, cleansing, releasing all that you know is no longer necessary within you. Any beliefs, any patterns, any connections, any cords, anything anchoring you down into the lower densities that are no longer for you. Feeling yourself rising higher and higher. Seeing in the distance an end to this portal. Knowing that when you exit this portal, you will be entering into a whole new level of your reality. You will be entering into a higher level of being. You will feel more confident, more connected, more aligned and embodied than ever before. More conscious. Once you exit the portal, just seeing where you are, feeling and receiving whatever is here. Feeling free, feeling limitless, knowing that you have just activated and elevated your consciousness to a whole new level that is ready to receive through energy the guidance, the signs, the synchronicities, the knowings, so that you can be the innate light, love, miracle that you are on this planet. Everything that you want, that you wish for, that you dream and desire to be, to feel, is for you. But allow life to reveal just how good it gets to be. Let it be effortless. Let it be easy. Let your presence illuminate the truth and follow where the good energy leads you, taking the next divinely aligned step, one step at a time, through what feels good and true for you. Bringing your awareness now back to your breath. Noticing as you breathe how you feel. Bringing your awareness to your third eye space again. As you gaze to this third eye space, seeing in the distance again a light, but seeing this light this time moving towards you. This light is carrying within it everything that you need to awaken, to expand, and to live as the conscious creator of your reality. Allowing this light to enter in through the crown of your head. Allowing the light to pour through you. Elevating, activating, awakening your cells, your light codes to a whole new level. Knowing that now it is up for you to follow, to allow, and to receive. To follow what feels right, to follow the flow of where the good energy wants you to go. to allow the guidance, to allow the changes, to allow yourself to be all that you are, and to receive everything that you need and everything that you are going to magnetize to you through being the embodiment of your highest self. Feeling this light all through you, and then allowing all of the light to come back to your heart. Seeing, feeling your heart illuminated with light. Then seeing as this light turns into a tiny little pearl of light in the center of your heart. This tiny little light holding all that is. Knowing that you can tap in, tune in, feel into it at any time. Just by being present, by breathing and feeling in the now. Knowing that you have all that you need within. Bringing your hands to your heart now, placing your hands palms open over your heart. Focusing on this little pearl of light in the center of your heart. Seeing as this light in your heart starts to turn and spin. Knowing that this light has an answer, has guidance, has a sign for you. Asking for whatever you need to receive guidance to. And then seeing as this light reveals it. Seeing the message, feeling the message, knowing the message. What do you need to know right now from the truth of your heart? Receiving whatever it is, allowing your heart to illuminate the truth now. Pressing your hands together at the center of your chest and repeating after me. I am divinely aligned, right on time, ready to receive the unexpected miracles and magic I need to live the abundant, blissful, limitless reality I'm here for. Bringing a smile to your face. Linking your gaze open to your fingertips. Namaste, loves. Thank you for going on that journey with me. My whole being is buzzing. There's an immense amount of love and light that just came through for all of you. I hope you felt it. It was all from your higher self and source. Receive whatever you need from that, whatever you felt, whatever came through. Know it is always for you. You do not need to overthink anything. Just receive what felt true for you. And whatever doesn't make sense, but intrigued you or activated you in any way, just curiously wait for it to reveal itself. A lot of the time, the things, the activations, the urges that really don't make sense, They're the most powerful ones. And when we live in a space of this is new, and we lean into the curiosity about what it's going to bring through with an open mind and open heart, the power that comes through that will blow your mind. So just stay open through this. Whatever you see, hear, feel, read around any planet being in any kind of retroshade state, know that you are a sovereign being. You get to choose. Just because someone says that some planet is going to activate us or do anything to us in any way, if you just believe it and create it as your reality and you're sitting there waiting for, it's Mercury retrograde, so everything tech wise is going to break down. If you just sit there and expect it, guaranteed it's going to happen. But if you know that, Mercury's in retrograde and there's going to be a lot coming up around communication in all ways within our lives, and as things come up, you're aware that it is here to show you something, right? If anything tech-wise isn't working out, it's because there's probably some way you could be doing something easier, or it's trying to align you with some other timeline, right? We don't need to expect anything other than miracles and magic. It's all you need to expect. Everything else will work out exactly as it's meant to. I promise you. Okay. Thank you all for being here today. I'm going to pull one card. Can I do this? I'm going to pull one card from my favorite deck to close this out. This is our card. Loudspeaker. Okay. Couldn't be more perfect. It is so hard for me to not pull more cards. Okay, there's one more popping out. I will share what it is in 1 second. It is time right now. This is ultimate confirmation for you to put your heart, your soul, your truth, your highest self on loudspeaker. Okay, to be here now, to put your highest self on loudspeaker, to hear your heart and your soul, and to do what you are guided to do from the present moment. It is all about living in divine alignment. From that space, everything is magic. It truly is. Even the pain, the loss, the things that happen that in the moment feel too heavy to handle, or we don't know why it's happening, we always see the higher perspective at some point. Now, there's a lot of humans that can't see that, and that's their soul's choice for this reality. But those of us that are here, knowing that we are here to anchor the light, to ascend, to be of a higher consciousness, to elevate our consciousness, we need now more than ever. I've pulled this loudspeaker card so many times, so I love that it came up. We need now more than ever to put our truth on loudspeaker. And that doesn't mean that you have to get on a stage or get on YouTube and share all of your opinions of everything. It means that you need to be here now listening to your truth. And that truth will lead you to wherever you are meant to express yourself. It is time for you to express yourself fully, loudly, authentically. And that can be anything from painting a picture to dancing on a stage, to making love, to making food, to going for a walk, right? Your inner voice is always calling, guiding, leading you. Let it be on loudspeaker. Let yourself listen to the divine that is always here when you are aligned. Always. Okay. The other card that I pulled that was it was reaching for me to pull it out is decisions. So I'm going to leave you with this because I'm sure that there's a lot going on for you in your life that is feeling confusing, or like you don't know which way to go or what to choose. You don't need to. You don't need to. If it's a hell yes, you'll know. If it's a hell no, you'll know. right? Listen to those first and foremost. But everything in between, allow it to be. It will reveal itself as to the right way, the right choice, the right decision. Know that not making a decision is making a decision. And sometimes that's perfectly fine. You don't have to force anything. Whatever you're feeling you really need to decide on with your life, allow it to reveal itself. Focus on what feels good, and I guarantee you it will all be made clear. When we are constantly focusing on what isn't working or what we're trying to make work, all that we do when we're trying to focus on what isn't working is we are creating more of that energy. Okay? So listen to these two cards and everything else that just came through in this transmission. Put your truth, your inner voice, your presence on loudspeaker. Listen to it, receive it, allow it to guide you, and the decisions will be easy and effortless. Remember, it is one divinely aligned step at a time that will get you where you're wanting to be. And all you have to do is receive. Receive, receive, receive in the now the energy that is allowing you to get where you're here to go. Okay. I love you all. Thank you for being here. I'm pretty sure that I'm from now on going to be doing Sundays live here on YouTube. It just feels like a better day to be here. And there's a lot of other exciting announcements I have coming through that I'll be sharing publicly soon. But get ready for all of my Club Cosmic VIP goddesses. You guys all will get to know something very exciting tomorrow. Okay. I love you all.